Peace. Namaste to you all. Welcome in. Welcome in. Anybody got any questions? Anybody need to know anything? This is going to be a free segment. Other than our energies combined, this is the only exchange here. If you would love to donate, Powerhouse Tarot, you love my messages, my content, Cash App, PayPal is always open and available to donations, okay? But welcome in, collective. This is going to be free question segments of the evening, as promised to everyone. Welcome in, Norton. Welcome in, Granny _ Hey, love. Welcome in, Denise. I am Ray. Hey, y'all. I'm Energy Goddess. Welcome in. Okay, so we got one from New Zealand. What's going on from New Zealand? What's going on from New Zealand? All right, I'm not gonna be too loud tonight, but what's going on? So happy to have you here. Welcome in, user 504 Norton. Thanks for the like. Welcome in, everybody. If you guys got any questions, let me know. All right, we're gonna answer some questions. I got the pendulum ready. If you guys need some quick yes or no's, if you want me to pull one card, okay, I'll choose from the deck per the question. But this is a free portion of the night, as promised. Again, for those of us just stopping in and getting the message. All right, come on in. Even while we're sitting here, I'm gonna grab a few room messages for the collective as we gather our thoughts and we try to figure out if we want to ask questions or if we just want to sit here and enjoy the vibe, whatever it is, right? What's up? What's up, collective? What's up? What's up? Let's get us a room message here. What's the room message? I wish I had a bag over here. Sure, the both shall suffice. When I touch these runes, all of a sudden I just turn like European. It's my spirit. I don't know why it goes all the way on that other side of the world, right? Once I touch the runes, I don't know. Whatever. I'm here for it. All right. Ooh. So here we have Ewas. Ewas, thank you for the likes. We have Ewas, okay? Ewas is the Yew Tree collective. Anybody getting this message, know that you are connected to the great mother of source. Good old Cancer energy. Can you feel it, right? Hey, love. Welcome in, Miss Sheeny. Thank you for the likes, y'all. You are connected to the great mother, the great source. Spirit doesn't want you to miss out on that, okay? This message here coming in from the great mother, the great source. Feel. What do you feel? What are you feeling? What is that? Be prepared to go a little deep. Be prepared to unpack these emotions and how things are really making us feel. Okay, during this beautiful full moon. All right. In Cancer. Okay, I can't help it, you guys. I'm serious. Like, I'm not even doing this on purpose. Now, with EYs, it represents life. It represents death. It represents every part, every aspect of the all. It is the mother. It is source. Okay? So know that you're connected. I wasn't wondering. I was channeling the fucking messages before the live, and I'm just like, is this what we're going to talk about? Because usually I just let spirit take over, and here we are starting in with this collective message. Then I changed it, and I started just asking questions. I'm like, fuck it, we're just going to do a live. We're going to ask some fucking questions, right? Here it is. Here it is. The collective consciousness. Huh? We are community. That's who we are. We know who we are. We're connecting back to that, to the source, to the all. Come on. So right now, what you're experiencing, feel that. Go through that. Because it's going to unlock the messages that we need. Okay? Don't be afraid. Embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't feel triggered. Dive deep into that. Unpack what that triggering is. It's time we face these things and stop running and stop placing things in place of it so that we don't gotta feel it. Because you know deep down inside, as much as you try to do it to not feel, you feel it anyways, don't you? Huh? Everywhere you run, right? Running from self, there you are, right? Huh? Hey, Miss Sheenie. Okay, there we are, the great mother, reminding us of who we are. No matter how low we feel or how alone we feel, is what it is. It's a sense of we don't feel connected to the all. And that's what lowers our vibration. So in remembering to feel, because it keeps us connected to the great mother, to earth, you know, the Yew Tree, excuse me. Wow, this was a really good one. EYs, the runestone EYs. So this will probably be what our collective message is going to be here. I'm waiting on y'all to ask any questions if you guys got any. If not, we're going to just slide into the collective's message. Beautiful Capricorn, or Capricorn season, Capricorn moon, and sun in Cancer. Okay. Full moon in Cancer. Okay. So good vibes. Oh, thank you, Miss Sheenie. She said you the truth. Thank you. Capricorn here and reporting. And Scorpio reporting for duty. Let's get into it. I mean, this is a collective here message, okay? Feel those emotions. It's going to give you enlightenment, but it's also going to give you balance through the proper channels of how you're supposed to experience life. Salutes. Salutations. Okay, through the proper channels of how you're supposed to experience life. Know that nothing is happening to you but for you, right? Okay, and so getting back into that, we're remembering mother, we're remembering source, okay? It's a lot attached to source, it's a lot attached to the all, okay? But it's important to remember who we are, okay, on that journey of discovery of the all. Because even once you figure, okay, I've got it all figured out about the all, you still don't, because you haven't dug deep enough, right, of the all, that rabbit hole, right? Take many lifetimes, many moons, right, to discover all that. And are we really here for that? I don't think so. I don't really think so. I think it's more so about the experience of each human being trying to ascend the soul and reach a higher consciousness, which is a more collective and community-based consciousness, and awareness to ourselves, and how the self has a connection to everything in the universe, right? Connecting us to the all energy, right? When we don't feel that connection to the all, we go into this individual thing, right? And then the more that we delve down that rabbit hole of the individual thinking, the smaller our mind, the smaller the God becomes, right? So connecting to the all fully encompasses, right, the all in love, you know, the highest of all vibrations. Okay? Because hate or separation are some of the lowest vibrations we could ever try to vibe off of, right? We can't really vibrate off of these frequencies. They're not high enough. And so it's really deep what we're experiencing, y'all. I don't want to drag this shit, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Let's get some of the oracle messages here. Okay. Archangel Michael, thank you for protecting me as I do this reading, creating a hedge of protection over me, allowing no harm to come to me as I do this reading. Archangel Gabriel, Gabriel. Thank you for the messages and helping me to communicate what it is I need to say. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Who's that? Scorpiana. What are the collective messages for us all? The greater good, the collective consciousness of us all. What is it that you want me to see? Look at this. Star gathering. Stop. Stars aligning. Remembering home, soul, family. You see what I'm saying? It's like whenever you're in that dark space or that low vibration, right? That low frequency, right? You got to remember to go back home. You got to remember to connect back to source. It's not going to come from outside of you. It's within you. So once you go ahead and remember home, it brings you a closer awareness to your soul family. Okay? Your community. You're part of the all. You're not separate of that, okay? What makes us think that we're separate of that is because we've watched the struggle and, you know, due to us being poor, disenfranchised, right? So there's this disconnect for some of us who have experienced that type of life coming up in the beginning of your life. Whereas some of us who didn't experience that in life, right? We don't have a disconnect to the collective consciousness, right? So it just depends on where you fall in that collective. But no matter what, there's this star gathering energy right now. Cancer moon. Connecting you to your soul family tribe. Okay. What else is coming out here? Ooh, there it is. There it is. Ancestral realm. Okay. Look at that. And this card flipped out literally when I was shuffling the deck. We'll talk more about it. Hang on. Ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage boundaries. This is the card that talks about you finally recognizing, like I was saying earlier, that you're a part of the all. This is the karmic release. We were in debt as a collective. needing to pay that karma, right? Now we can release it because we've healed the lineage, applying those abilities to create safe spaces and boundaries for ourselves, right? We had to learn the importance of self. Okay, so it took us in a different direction of the healing for some of us who didn't start out with this collective consciousness and understanding what that was, right? But it gave us a karmic release, okay? Healing the lineage through creating proper boundaries and learning how to treat ourselves, right? In these relationships, whether they were paradigms of work, whether they were paradigms of relationships, all of the such, okay? Now here the third message in the oracle, it says heart of source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance. It brings you serenity because when you connect to the all, you're able to be free of the things in the mind that is of a lesser God, yes, than the soul of the infinite all. Okay? It brings you peace when you connect to that. You're not separate from it. It's everything. How could you be disconnected from it? If you feel that way, it's because your vibrations need to be raised so that you can connect to love, the true frequency of the Most High. There are lower levels and devils and things on lower vibrations. That's a real thing. We have to understand it. You know what I'm saying? It's not all smoke and mirrors. It's not all riddles. But you have to understand it in its truest form, you know. And I feel like for some of us, we're just breaking into even the understanding of what this was. I feel like many of us, it's not necessarily a sleep or a slumber party, right, that we were under when it came to our awakening, so much as a huge epiphany moment. And that epiphany moment is what brings us all together as a conscious collective to have the heart of source vibrating on that love frequency. And I feel like that's beautiful, no matter what that journey or that process that you had to take to get here. I feel like that's subjective only to each person, right? But it's of the lesser importance than the fact that we're all here, you know, giving us the heart of source and joining being more powerful, you know, together, right? Like that same analogy is if you took one stick, yeah, it's strong, but you could probably break it. But if you put all of these sticks together and then you tried to break all of the sticks together, it's probably going to be next to impossible, right? So it's us coming together as a collective, making stronger the power of all, right? It's really dope here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Holy Spirit, for this message. Let me get a little more clarity. Let's dive a little deeper about what the soul wants us to know right now. Thank you. What is it the soul wants us to know right now? Peace. Look at that. First card out. Peace. Okay? Connecting to the all brings us peace. I am a being of love. And I release all negative energy. This is us as a collective. Recognizing you're a being of love. You no longer have to suffice on the negative energy. You have more to hang on to. It's more security in this loving vibration. It's more eternity, you know, everlastingness and this peace, serenity. What else is coming out? Wow, friendship. Look at this. This message is deep because it's like, y'all, Cancer Moon right now is telling me, like, listen, friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. We're understanding who it is that we need in our life, why they're there. They help us to fulfill parts of our soul mission. Help us to find ourselves. These people are in our lives to help us find ourselves, like I'm always saying about relationships. So it's not so much as, well, what happened in the dynamic of the relationship to make it be what it is, so much as the why paradigm and what do we learn, right, from all of it. What else is coming out here for the soul? Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly, okay? Collective, this is us here. Knowing that I am connected to the divine and I can trust my thoughts. I can trust the process. Start gathering. What else is coming out? Look at this. I feel like there's more people coming together through soul tribes, soul families, messages, etc. Just everybody coming together as one, you know, in the places we need to be, you know, in the spaces we need to be, on the timelines and lifetimes. It just is right now. Yeah. And see, death. That's kind of very significant to the Yew Tree, you know what I'm saying? In life, there's death. It says on the card, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings, as a part of what we had to learn here, right, collective? Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. We needed that, you know what I'm saying? To be able to surrender. I can release my need to control, surrender. The only thing we need to release in order to reach the highest vibrations of love is the need to control anything. If you are love, there is only but that you need in which to even try to control is what you can bring to the table in love, you know, and in acceptance, because true love is acceptance, right? That's like a kid, right? Think of it like how a baby would be. You know what I'm saying? Or like an animal. Animals, and children, they know like radical acceptance, radical love. Like, they don't care like if you just woke up. They don't care if they ain't seen you in forever. Like, they just, the loyalty, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just pure acceptance, right? And so get into the mind like of that, you know, to be able to surrender that what you can't accept, because that's the only thing that makes it hard on a journey, when you can't just accept what is. It just is. You know what I'm saying? And the quicker that we can accept, the faster we can go into shifting paradigms, right? I've met the best spirit. Only God knew what I asked. No physical, only spirit and energy. So, yeah, just surrender y'all need to control. Look at that bottom of the deck, in happiness. I am aware that being happy means I am on the right path, okay? So please know that, Cancer Moon, right now you're on the right path, okay? Those of us getting this message, I don't know what this means and what's the significance of it, but can we get some quicker messages to help guide me further with this reading? We have out the privileged lady. Wow, high honor. Wow. I feel like connecting to love is quite a privilege. I feel like we do feel as though we are the privileged lady, because it's like in this path here, we're finding high honor. We're finding our rank, our final spot, our where we go. And it's not necessarily a fight, but in our destination so much as what it is, right? Where do we go? What is our position, right? And I feel like that position is of high honor as a privileged lady, sir, whatever you consider yourself, okay? It's of high honor. And Spirit needs you to know that that's because you're vibrating on that frequency of love, the energy of the all. And that's really all that you need. Because knowing that you're connected to that means that you know you everything is taken care of. It gives you a certain sense of serenity and peace. We don't give a fuck about none of the failures. We can trust the process now. We don't give a fuck about nothing what we perceived as a failure. We've learned that wasn't actually a failure. We were that was misrepresented. It was actually the experience and process of learning. You know, learning is going to come with different curves for us all. And you can't say because of the way that somebody chooses to learn, they're more equipped or they're less equipped. Because that's the process of learning who we are. And we're always, even though collective, we are consciously, we are collective one, right? We're always going to still be individuals. We're always going to, right? Because we all pooping with different booty holes, right? And so we all get to see things in our own different lens. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's make it make sense, right? So this is the process of getting to understand who we are. But you're that privileged lady. You're that privileged sir. Probably saying it wrong. Man, whatever. Okay? That's who you are, collective. Getting us to read. Cancer moon. Ooh. There's possible courtship. Ooh, that felt real thick. Possible courtship. Look at that. Due to your toil and labor, I feel like some of us, there's somebody that we're going to meet too along this journey. When they said friendship, this is going to bring in courtship, the proper people. Remember I said soul family? Even if you don't end up with the person that you end up meeting through this group, through this soul family, and marrying that person and being networked amongst the community, right? Because we're a collective consciousness, right? It brings you into the space of your person, just period. You know what I'm saying? Because you're at hard work, and I feel like other energies that are on that same frequency, right? You know, they're there, ready for this. You know what I'm saying? It takes a certain level of energies, first of all, for things to happen. You know, and being in alignment with who you are, being aware of that definitely puts you in that space of, okay, now I'm aware of who I am, so maybe I can explore the world outside of me, right? So this is where we are as a collective, right? Truly. Because first we had to discover the self. And that's what this Cancer moon has brought to our awareness, okay? Full moon in Cancer. Excuse me. Wow, what does that mean? What's the concern? Somebody's concern here. Yeah, I feel like great fortune fell out. Somebody's concern. I feel like the only reason that somebody would be concerned is if you had an unrealistic expectation of how this shit is supposed to look to you. You know what I'm saying? Just trust the process and know that at the end there's a great fortune. You know, just know that. There's a great fortune and there's a possible courtship for many of you guys because you've been working hard towards being that person that you want, you know what I'm saying, that you want to experience in life as your person. You've become that over this period of time, you know, and ascending to the soul and just experiencing life on some organic-ish, right? I feel like it brings in people that are, you know, on that same, like I said, frequency. They on that same energy. There's a great fortune for some of us here. Yeah, main female, great fortune for somebody. I feel like there's somebody that is looking for something more. Some of us here are, it's what you do for work. It's like you started out very small. And so because of your, I want to say this properly, because of your, just the way that you approach your spiritual journey, the way that you approach your life is so unique, and you've made it a business. You've made it a job. You've made it a career path, a soul's purpose. You reinvented this sense of spiritual self so much that there's a gift waiting for you, but you had to be ready for it. This is the great fortune I'm talking about, finally aligning with the all. This is a great fortune, right? This is something that, you know, you can't measure. You can't measure this. You can't measure this. This is an infinite energy of abundance. A main female. You're going on this spiritual journey right here, this path that puts you in high honor, high regard to someone. That's what makes them attractive. Someone's very attracted to the way that you live your life, the way that you do what it is you do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you just got that je ne sais quoi. Like, this person is just like, you know what I'm saying? Very attracted to you, to say the least. But this person is also watching your journey. This person is also paying attention to what it is that you're doing. A wealthy fucking man, yo. I can't make this shit up. Like, yo, this person wants something really wild. Look, this person wants something with you. There's a child. Some of you guys could have a child. This person wants to gift you something. This wealthy man, I'm telling you, there's a courtship for some of us here. Get ready. House is out. Walking away from poverty, yo. That lack, poverty represents lack state of mind. When you have lack state of mind, it's because you are not connected to the all energy. The all energy is an all-encompassing energy that gives you a sense of serenity and peace, because you know that you are taken care of and provided for. But when you had to watch your folks work in the community, work so hard, work to the bone. You see how that family is? They work so hard, but they, you know what I'm saying? They might have this house, but they work so hard and they had to spend so much time, and this and that had to go into it. Nothing they never seen in life came easy to them. That's the poor lack mind state that I'm talking about. We're walking away from here in the collective. So now we're not concerned with that, because now we can see the actual gift that there is for us, just period. And connecting to the all energy of God. When you're connected to the all energy, that's God, y'all. I don't know. Let's grab a tarot message or two and we'll head out. I don't even want to use this deck. Okay, so I just got a message. The Yew Tree with the EY's room, right? The Yew Tree, it symbolizes remembering, having that connection to when you first had that first idea of what it's like to make money and how it made you feel. And did you connect to the energy of, this is easy, I like doing this? Or did you more so the energy of, damn, this is hard, but I know I got to do it because no one's going to do it for me, right? Was there this sort of, when it came in terms of abundance and creating your own world, your own universe, right? How did your mind set up? How did it all? And the Yew Tree remembers that. And that is what gives us the connection to whether we can connect more easily to the collective conscious, the love frequency of the Most High, or whether it's going to be more difficult for us to be able to connect to that energy, right? So you have to go through life and not only remember, but you have to so much as reprogram the thinking. Because like I said, for most of us, we grew up thinking one way, right? And then when we connect to this all-encompassing energy of the Most High, we realize that things are supposed to come. Our abundance does come easily. And I will be provided for, and I don't have to work hard for it. You know what I'm saying? It just comes. It just is. I'm blessed that way. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's when you can connect to that. That's the energy of the Most High. It gives you a sense of power and authority, just period. But some of us don't grow up that way. Some of us grow up in poverty and lack state of minds. So we're forced to not see the world in those different, you know what I'm saying? differently, right? It's going to be a little bit harder for us, but it just is what the fuck it is, right? And so we have to learn how to we have to learn how to do it a little bit different. But the fact that we all get there is what's most important. You know what I'm saying? Your recipe, your walk, your experience. That's subjective. That's all yours. And a part of what makes you you as an individual, you know, period. But I want you to be aware why sometimes we're not connected to that energy of abundance and why we can't see certain things for ourselves on some real shit. It's like very deeply rooted into that energy of you got to do this and you got to do that in order for all the things to come together. And that's the only way. And you can't just think of something and it just is. Right? Every paradigm has taught us to not be magical and to not apply, you know, that magical nature. It's natural. It's organic, right? Because we had to, you know, experience the world in a way in which things were taken and deprived from us. So we didn't really grow up in a lens of seeing things in abundance, right? We see things as people had to work really hard for these things. And, you know, and as we grew up, we seen like, damn, if I got to work this hard, like, do I, what, you know? So we learned how to restructure what really matters, because it's like, look, if I got to do all of this, if I got to do all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it really all for, right? We realized, like, I'm not going to grow up old and I'm going to go and give my magic a chance. I'm going to go and give this a chance because I'm a part of the collective all. I am a part of all. I am. Just period. Knowing that. Not just thinking that, not just believing that, but like truly knowing that puts you in that energy where you're able to surrender. You don't have to surrender nothing but that what you feel you can control. Like the card said, I can release my need to control. That's it. That's all you got to surrender. You don't got to give up nothing what you felt like you said, these things were my experience and I feel like they make me me, right? You don't have to give any of that up. They're not asking for that, right? But they want you to acknowledge, embrace it during this full moon in Cancer and to feel it. You know what I'm saying? And though feeling it, you're not going to stay there. You're just going to allow the feels to come through because it helps you further connect to God. Because now you can be so much more grateful for what you got moving forward. Right? It gives you a sense of appreciation. That many that didn't grow up in the same, you know what I'm saying, lack state of mind, disconnected to the collective community consciousness, right, didn't have, right? So it gives us a different perspective and an even deeper sense of awareness of self and others and just everything, you know? So it's a beautiful thing, you know? But just know that sometimes that's where it stems from, you know, not being able to think that love is for you and that's a fucking fairy tale and you can never have these things and you know what I'm saying? And you have to do all these different things in order for it to be something that you're deserving of, you know. All of that shit, we've broken these paradigms down. We're in our soul family right now in connection to that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in that all energy of love. All encompassing energy of love. Wow. All encompassing energy of love. Like, y'all hear that? Wow. See? Four of Pentacles. All that shit that we stay stuck on. Look at the Hierophant. That we were stuck on in the world. We're changing that shit. We are the creators of our universe. We're changing all of that shit. However, whichever way that we thought we were stuck, honey boo boo, we're getting the fuck out of there. We're shifting our paradigm. We're gods. We're goddesses. We're gonna manipulate this energy over here, here, and here. All that shit we held on to, we're restructuring that shit. We don't need this, that, this. We'll put a little of this in here because that's a little truth. We'll sprinkle it, and that has a little bit of truth in it, right? We're keeping the truth. Everything else that's a lie, we gotta let it go. We have to restructure at this point, just period. That is our true wish fulfillment. And the 9 of fucking cups right here. It's the 9 of moons in this deck. That is our true wish fulfillment. That was our only wish for those of us getting this message in Cancer Moon, so that we could find what it is that we needed. And it was to release the burdens. We just needed to release the burdens. The burdens were the thought that we couldn't have. The thought that we couldn't manifest the world that we see in our mind. Because every fucking structure and paradigm and everything was, we thought was working against us. But now we know it's actually a part of us and it's working for us. See how that fucking power shifts when you see it the way it's supposed to be? Huh? You see how that shifts? Huge shift. Like, oh shit. You feel me? Them some big britches. Them some big britches. But you can fit them. Okay? You can fit them. Divine Feminine, Miss Sheenie. Come on. Let me get one more. This is the release of the burdens, the things that held us back. We could no longer do this shit, y'all. We can't. We have to connect to the all, the collective. We are the all. How can we be so far disconnected? Oh, okay. Those paradigms is what held us back. Got it. Getting rid of it. Done. Done and done. I felt what it feels like. Cancer Moon says, right? The energy of the collective, right? I felt what that feels like. It does. I don't like it. I'm ready to change and shift my reality right now. Boom. Abracadabra. You feel me? Whatever you want to say. I don't wish a magical term. So it's done, right? Be so, right? What's your magical term, right? Boom. The release of that. It's sweet. It's real sweet. Give me one more tarot message. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Ace of Feathers. Come on. That's the Ace of Cups. Receiving a huge outpouring for those of us getting this message. Bottom of the deck is in the 9 of Swords. Okay. Indicating also the release. Okay. Or excuse me, Ace of Feathers. This is this new energy, of the Ace of Wands. See, there's a new energy because I feel like we can receive the healing of the Ace of Moons. And then we also have out the 9 of Swords. Final messages. 9 of Swords is the release of the thinking, because the main part of it was our thinking, and we had to find a different perspective upstairs, because that's really what blocked us. Recognizing we're earth angels. We have higher callings over us. Period. That's the end of struggle. The world. Okay? Stepping into now working with the all of the universe. 7 of Pentacles. Okay? Working with. We're co-creating. We have to be of the God-like consciousness. If we want to say that we're gods, then you have to think as one. And gods think of all. Because gods are connected to the all. That's natural hermetic principles. And all systems of religion and spirituality are based in these principles. So I love it for us here. All right. Get ready for it to be explosive. All right. Be sure to follow me at Powerhouse Tarot on the motherfucking YouTube. I love y'all. Peace.